Hello, welcome to a first look at Into the Breach. This game feels a little loud. Hold on. I'm going to crank it down a little bit. So, Into the Breach, if you are unaware, is a turn-based strategy. Many people have called it a puzzle game, and I don't think that that's entirely incorrect. It has puzzle elements to it for sure. This game came out in 2018. It's by Subset Games, who made FTL. So you may be wondering why I'm covering this, as I tend to cover things that are new. Well, this is the Advanced Edition. Subset put out a big DLC for free, as they did with FTL. Added in a bunch of new content. I streamed this game last night, and I figured, hey, why not cover it on YouTube as well? Hey, you never know. Maybe you guys really like it, maybe the video goes nuts, and I'll do a little series on it. Potentially. We'll see how it goes. But I'll go over what's new. I will also explain the game very briefly if you have not seen it before. It's pretty intuitive, but a little hard to look at times. So, first of all, options menu, you know. I do appreciate that they have some accessibility stuff. You can turn up the font so you can make them bigger. You can slow down the combat speed. I'll slow it down a little bit. I have it like cranked all the way because I played this. I grinded out everything back in 2018 when this game came out. There is gamepad support. You can mute all audio sliders. You know you boy. Look, am I gonna spend 30 seconds talking about audio sliders? Yeah, man. Give me numbers. I need you. It's just a guess at this point. I need numbers and like ideally arrows, but I'll live without the arrows. Just numbers, please. But it's not that big of a deal. But I'm at war with audio sliders and options menus. This is the hill I'm gonna die on. Languages, real quick. Oh, there's a lot of them. There they are. I'm not gonna read them all out to you this time, because, God, I don't know a lot of these. There's some of these that I've actually not seen in games before. I think this might be Arabic. Is this Arabic? I don't know if I've seen a game with Arabic before. Well, now I gotta look. Now I'm curious. I'll go to the store page real quick. I think that is, though. I haven't seen one with it. CL17. It might be Turkish. English, French, Italian, I'm going to read them all. English, French, Italian, German, Spanish, Japanese, Polish, Portuguese, Russian, Simplified Chinese, Arabic, that is Arabic. Korean, Spanish, Swedish, Thai, Traditional Chinese, and Turkish. How about that? But yeah, good options menu. Good. You can also set it to not be full screen. I am playing in full screen right now. So this game is a roguelike, but with some persistence to it. So the continue here is just if you want to pick up the game that you left off if you quit midway through, and then new game. So the way that this works is each run starts, you pick your team, and when you finish a run, you get to send one character back. So last night I got this character, Camila Vera, and she is my... So first of all, you'll get these pilots as you play through the game, and you'll unlock them. They'll just kind of show up randomly. I have most of them unlocked except for this guy, and I don't know why. And then there's 5 new ones with the Advanced Edition as well. But as well as that, you get to keep a character. So like I had Camila Vera. Her special is mechs are affected by webbing or unaffected by webbing and smoking for her, which is really good, I think. But then she also has 2 skills and her experience from the last run. So you're incentivized to keep playing one same character over and over again, which is cool. So squads as well, you have the basic ones which were in the game already, and then there are 5 new ones. There's the Bomber Mechs, the Arachnophiles, the Mist Eaters, the Heat Sinkers, and the Cataclysm. And then the information that you would have if you have never played the game before is you unlock these by doing achievements with the teams, and every achievement you do gives you 1 coin, and the new teams cost coins. I think 4 coins each, but I'm not sure. And the achievements are typically things that are like related to the mechs. So as you'll see, it's like crack 10 tiles in 1 mission, which is something that this team does frequently. So by playing around that mechanic that the team does, you get a reward basically, and it's cool. There's also a tracker for if you like 2, 3, and 4 island victories, and the difficulty similar to XCOM. So if you want to, you can burn through all of this stuff. And it's got like a whole bunch of completion for you to do. There's also a secret squad. I don't remember how you unlock this, but I'm gonna play one of the new squads. We're gonna play Cataclysm, and we're just gonna hop right in. So I'm gonna do 2 runs in this video. This is the advanced content, by the way, right here. You got new enemy types, new mission and bonus objective types, new equipment, and new pilot abilities. And so you can turn these off if you're just learning the game for the first time. However, they also added in Unfair. Now, when I was going to make this video, I actually went to make this video yesterday and realized I didn't really know enough. I played a few runs of Unfair last night. Unfair is... this is not like, so I went into Unfair and I was like, oh, this is gonna be like extremely tactically challenging. This is gonna be like playing on Brutal in StarCraft 2 where it's doable, but you have to push yourself to the limit. Unfair is a game mode that I had a few runs where I lost on turn 1 on Unfair. Not like lost as in like, oh well, I can't carry on. I mean like legitimately the game ended. I could not beat turn 1 of Unfair. Unfair is a game mode, as someone put it to me like this. Unfair is a game mode where the developer said that in playtesting, the best players, like the top level players of this game, were able to get some wins on Unfair. So I just want to preface that if you want to take on some sort of an unbelievable challenge, Unfair mode is here. I said I was going to do 2 runs. I've changed my mind. I'm not going to show you Unfair. Actually, no, you know what? I will show you Unfair real quick. It won't take long. But the way that it works generally, and this is not a good indicator of how the game is, but you'll see. So first of all, main goal is to make sure I don't accidentally get Camilla Vera killed here. So at the top you have your panel. So first of all, we pick one island to start at, and then progress through, and then repeat until we're done with as many islands as we want to go fight the final boss, up to 4. The lose condition is if you take 5 power damage, you lose the game. Grid defense here is a percentage chance that the grid will resist damage when it takes a hit. Reactor cores upgrade your mechs, they're basically power. You install them in the mech and you get power, and then you can use the power to upgrade your systems. And then corporate reputation is basically money you use at the end of an island to upgrade. So I'm gonna go ahead. Camilla starts with 1 power because that's one of her 2 passives that she got from previous runs. I'm gonna go ahead and give her hydraulic lifter +2 range. So each mech is a type. So like this is a prime mech. And weapons have a specific type, so like the hydraulic lifter here is a prime class weapon. So if I were to try and take this off of Camilla and attach it here, it costs an extra power for this character's weapon to use it. So it's not that important, but it matters a little bit. So we're gonna go, it doesn't really matter where I go, to be honest with you. You can see there are a lot of new enemy types if you haven't played in a while. I'm learning still what everything does. We'll go here. But each of the islands also has an environmental thing. So like this island is the Frost Island and it has a lot of cold on it. For example, the Acid Island has a lot of acid pits. The Desert Island has desert. Shocking, I know. But the desert, when damage is taken in the desert, it causes a smoke cloud, which obscures vision. And then I don't remember what the Forest Island has. I think it's just forest, which you can set on fire. But then when you reach an island, you get to basically defend. You get to choose your missions and build out from here. And then when you've done all but 3, I think, so when you've cleared 4, you'll get to fight the boss and leave the island. Protect the cannon bot and destroy the hacking facility. Also, each of these has regular objectives, which is just survive, and bonus objectives, which give you rewards. Now, on Unfair mode, you actually get double energy rewards to the grid when you do a grid bonus objective. I'm gonna go here. But yeah, no, you get double basically, which is good because you're meant to just take damage. Now, what does this thing do? All other Vec will spawn a spiderling egg on death. Oh dear. Okay. So I'll try to cover some of the new stuff here. There's new enemies, but I may cover enemies that have already been in the game. Like the moth I know is new, but we'll drop here, and here. You deploy in the red or the yellow zones. Confirm your deployment. The enemies move, declare their attack, and then you take your turn and try to stop them from destroying you. And then there's also special things on every map. So like on this map, the special effect is everything in this square here at the start of the enemy turn will be frozen, and freezing an enemy puts them in a block of ice and stops them from acting, and it causes them to also absorb the next hit they would take. So as you can see, the enemies have declared their attacks. The Alpha Leaper here is going to do 5, and he's also webbed our unit. So some enemies have an effect like the Leapers here where they web your units and they can't move. The Moth's one of the new enemies, so it's an artillery enemy that shoots, and then it also pushes itself back. Similarly here. And then alpha enemies like this Alpha Leaper is just a higher health, higher damage version of the regular one. Like you can see here, this guy has 3 health, this regular Moth, 3 health, 1 damage. This one has 5 health, and I think would do 3 damage, but you can't see it because it's hitting a shielded building. And so that's basically what you would need to know. You'll get a feel for it. I'm gonna just kind of start playing now. But I feel like I've done a good enough job of showing off everything. So, I mean, I guess I'll also talk about what our new mechs do. Because this is a new mech, for example. This is the Pitcher mech. So the idea of this team is the drill mech here, if it kills a target, it cracks the ground around the target, as you can see in the little preview there. And then if you damage the cracked ground, it creates a pit. So the idea of this team is you crack ground and then throw enemies into it, because all of the other mechs, like the thrower mech here, throws enemies, and this guy, the Triptych mech, pushes enemies with his attack. So you'll get a feel for that pretty quick. I think I can just freeze all of these guys, by the way. Like, if they all freeze, because there's a fixed number of enemies that'll spawn, right? Oh god, 2 more are spawning? What the hell? I mean, I stand by my idea here. We could maybe just freeze everything. It's not the worst idea in the world. And also, so Vek are going to spawn from these locations. You can block their spawns. It's similar to fights in tight spaces, actually, in that regard. Now, unfortunately, the Moth will attack before the enemy tries to spawn. Because what I could do here normally is I could just throw this guy onto it, but he's going to push himself off. So it doesn't really make a difference. I could do something like... This guy's an artillery mech, so he can fire in a line from anywhere, typically. I could do something like this. I would be freeing this enemy up and basically saying I will be killing it. Now, you can undo your movement, by the way, so if I make a move like this, I can always undo it. My turn ends when I cast an ability, but other than casting the ability, you can just kind of go whenever. Like you can do your movement and look around a little bit. The turns become like crazy intense on Unfair. Last night on stream I had a few, and if you want to see more in-depth Unfair gameplay, you can watch the stream bot. It'll be on my Twitch, link in the description, etc. But last night we had a few turns where I had myself and like 5 other people in chat trying to find answers to the turns, and we just could not find an answer. And the crazy thing is, it's not like it's unsolvable. That's what's really nuts about it to me. After the fact, like when we finished thinking about it, and I was like, okay, here's what I think is the best play. Someone was like, oh fuck, there was a better answer. Hold on. And like after 20 minutes of thinking, we finally came to this idea, but we didn't reach it in time, of course. I'm stalling here because I'm telling that story, but also I don't really know what to do here. I want to pick up the time pod just to kind of make it safe. And I think what I'll do is I will save the shield here. I think I'm going to ignore the 2 spawns. But the problem is, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to move over here. Because almost certainly what this enemy is going to do is pop out and attack this building. Almost 100% of the time. And I will throw you... No, I'll throw you into the forest. There's special tiles throughout the map, so like mountain tiles block damage. If you hit it twice, they die. The forest tiles, if it take damage, they catch on fire. The ice tiles here, if they take damage twice, they will break and turn into water. Your mechs can go into water, however, the ground enemies cannot go into water. Oh, Alpha Leaper is probably going to ruin me. Yeah, it's not great. It's actually okay. Hang on. It's actually like 100% fine. Because this attack pushes enemies back, so you can just push them away. Like so. And then these guys are all freezing themselves, so this is actually fine. The only downside is this enemy's getting broken out, but... Oh, that's right. The other piece of this guy's attack is it turns the enemy's attack pattern around. So if we step back here... Actually, undo. Oh, you could go over here and throw this guy, but that doesn't seem very useful. And then just end turn. This one burns to death. I think we're good. I am not going to get the bonus objective to kill 7 enemies. I think that that bonus objective is basically unattainable here. Like no real way I could imagine that you would be able to beat that. So all we have to do is make sure we don't have anyone die. We get your heroes level up as well by getting kills. So like if I have this character kill this enemy, they'll gain 5 XP. And then, no, I mean, why not throw this here? Oh, you can't throw it on top of an enemy, that's why. But you can throw it there, and then he falls into the, oh, he doesn't fall into the pit? Oh, you know why? Because it has to be actual damage taken. The damage was absorbed by the ice, so the pit doesn't happen. But surprisingly not a bad first combat in Unfair, because of the ice storm. Oh, we took no damage and got a time pod, so maybe it's survivable, who knows. Failure here has put other regions of the island in danger. Shut the hell up. That was a great success. Ooh, we get a weapon. A laser that can bend, dealing more damage to nearby tiles. That looks cool. And we get a core. So the time pods just kind of drop randomly, I think 1 per island. And those come with a little loot like this. So I could do something like Prime Laser. It seems okay. By the way, if you're unsure of how something would work, you can always drop in and test like this. So if you want to see like, hey, does this hurt the towns? Yes, it does. Could I do this? Yeah, I sure could. Oh, you also get to choose which way it arcs, it looks like, right? Yeah, so you get to choose if it goes that way or that way. That's cool. Wow, this weapon seems really good. Yeah, well, I guess I'll just keep going on Unfair. I thought I was just gonna lose on Unfair real fast, but to be again, I do not want to understate how unbelievably difficult Unfair is. High threat detected. But freeze and defend both robots. Yeah, good fucking luck. How do you do this? Wait, how do you even freeze them? Oh, they're here and you start with a freezing tank. That actually doesn't seem that undoable. Let's go here. Kill 6 or fewer enemies and protect the power generator. Power generator is just this building here. There's also some robots here. Interesting. So my general strategy is going to be to get the artillery mech in a position where it can hit anywhere. So like here he can hit almost anywhere. But you can also do some thinking about what you expect the enemies to do. Like you can click and see what this guy's going to do. In theory, what this Leaper is going to do is either come for this building, or try to, oh, sorry, elbowed my microphone, terrible news. He's probably going to hit one of these buildings or try to web my mech here. And if I wanted to be like certain of this, I could move here. This guy's almost certainly going to attack back here. One of these 2 mechs is probably going to break their other friend out of jail. I don't really know how you can do this with killing 6 or fewer. Oh, this is a line attack. Yeah, no fucking chance. And so normally my character would be webbed there, but her special is she is immune to webbing. Which is why I'm playing her. So you could do... I could get like a pretty good kill here. I think the game plan is pretty straightforward. First of all, this laser bot has to die. There's no way I'm just gonna let it blow up my emergency battery. So we get to kill 6 or fewer, is the thing, right? This character can just step away. However, the Alpha Moth here is back in its dump truck up into the civilian building, which is not ideal. So we want to look at how we could stop that. And the answer would be to flip it, right? Camilla also, she has great movement on turn 1 because of her passive Opener, which is one of her pilot passives. So as your pilots live longer, they get these passives. And if the mech dies, the pilot dies, but then you get the mech back in the next fight. It's just auto-piloted. So not stopping the Arachnid Scion seems pretty brutal. Like not killing this because it's going to continuously spawn more enemies that I have to deal with, right? Could move over here. I could move over here. Okay, I have an idea. Oh wait, but I take 1 on the grid. Maybe I just accept 1 on the grid to try and set myself up, because we could go here, push back, step over here, kill the Arachnid Scion. Oh, you know what I could do? I could follow that line and then I could just throw this guy away. Yeah. See? Here it is. So you move here. You shoot like this. Oh, I can't do that because of the laser beam. Can't do that because of the laser beam. So if I wanted to here, what I could do is I could reset. You get once per battle, you can reset your turn and go, oh yeah, I made a mistake here. I made a miscalculation. This weapon is insanely good. Let's set this forest on fire. That seems strong. And then we're gonna kill it. Oh. Excuse me. Into the breach. My game has crashed. Well, I'll be right back, I suppose. That's surprising. I don't know why so many of my games have been crashing lately. I'll be back momentarily. Oh, I'm back. So, interestingly, it puts me just back at the start of my turn. However, something I've noticed immediately is that grid defense is at 15%. Did it change my difficulty? No, it didn't. That's an interesting... That seems like it might be a bug, actually. My grid defense was 0% before. The game crashed and went to 15%. I'm curious if the crashing was on my end or what? However, now that I get to try this turn again, I don't know. The thing that really sucks is that I went to an area with a lot of flying enemies, because what I could do here if this was not a flying enemy is I could just pop this enemy and then open the ground up beneath him. But, alas, does not seem to be the play. The thing is, right, and the only reason I wouldn't do this is because of the quest, right, to kill 6 or fewer. This move is so good. This weapon is so good. Like, I think that I have a better chance on this run than I have on any run I've had up until now because of this weapon. I actually think I am just gonna go for the kills, but I would like to get some resources. But what we can do, I guess, what we can say to ourselves here is I will do this play, and then in an ideal world I'll just block a lot of spawns from here on. But we killed 4 on turn 1, and when you kill enemies, more enemies set to spawn. 2, 3, 4. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Now, this does 5 and just straight up kills my pilot. Seems kind of bad. What can I do about that? Well, not a ton. I think it's looking less and less likely that I'll be able to kill 6 or fewer, because I do have to kill this Leaper or I'm taking 2 grid defense, or 2 grid damage, right? Because what I could do is I could step... I can't even step over here. I could walk here, I guess, and throw this guy away. And then what? I guess I just block as many spawns as possible, but the problem is that this enemy is just going to continuously be a problem. Unless I can bait him into attacking my pitcher mech here, there's just no way to stop him, I feel. I have to do this. I mean, I guess I don't have to, but I think at the end of the day I'd prefer the grid health to anything else here. I could just kill this guy, right, instead of throwing him. He's going to be a continuous problem, so here's the idea. We kill him, we come over here, we're only going to have 2 spawn in turn. If it's like alpha moths, I can probably stop them, or if it's... Oh, the Sleeper just spawns in on fire and dies. That's hilarious. Yeah, so kill 6 or fewer. This guy spawned in on a tile that's on fire, so he just instantly passes away. It's not even like... There's nothing you can do about it, he's just dead. Okay, well, now what we can do is we can min-max our experience. I guess what you can also do is you could just sit here and spam repairs now. Doesn't really matter. Because enemies that are catch on fire, they take 1. There's another status effect, which we may or may not see, called Acid. And the Acid effect is enemies take twice as much damage from hits, Just so you're aware, there's like the two main status effects that you'll see applied in this one. And remember when I said that this difficulty is extremely high? Oh, it's fine. It turns out I was just lying because it's been 3 so far. I think it's actually the enemy types I'm fighting are not so bad here. Yeah, we killed 10. Too bad we can't inverse this fight and the last fight, huh? We'd have 2 corporate resources, but oh well. My uncontrolled bloodlust is reprehensible. How about you uncontrolled these nuts? Well, we have max power grid, so what we can do now is we can start to look to trade power grid for reputation. Oh, I also have I didn't ever install this, huh? My mistake. So, on top of powering new systems, you can also increase the effectiveness of weapons. So, like, I can go +1 damage on the drone mech here. Let's go defend the robot factories. These factories are manufacturing hostile machines, but there are hundreds of innocent lives within. Okay. So these robots are just going to sit here and spit out new enemies non-stop. I do feel like this game has a bit of a snowball effect, though, where starting out on Unfair seems extremely hard, but starting out on Unfair with new weapons, like, or with an upgraded pilot like this, seems significantly more doable. Like, watch this turn here. Because she has Opener, her weapon does +1 damage on turn 1, she just obliterates them. Look at this. She kills like 4 enemies here with this attack. That's ridiculous. So these robots are going to spawn, and they're just going to start going wild here. You're on fire, so you're dead. I think it's just Scorched Earth here, right? We just pop the ground, come over here, blow this guy up. And that's that. Turn 1. I expected Unfair to really obliterate me, but I high rolled a little bit, to be honest with you. I don't think there's any doubt about that in my mind. The reason that this is looking so clean is because I high rolled like crazy. Is this ground all cracked? No, this is not a cracked tile, okay. I'm just looking at it, right? I could maybe just blow the hole open here. 3. So I could walk over here and set you on fire to kill this guy, which seems like extremely worth it. Just blow him away. That does seem good. Now, can I attack a tile? I can't. So what I could do here, and I think I will do, is I'll step here and attack this tile. And that'll just remove the spawn because the ground is gone. And then I feel like, unfortunately for my good buddy Liam here, he's going to spend this entire episode shooting mechs and doing nothing else. But you're going to blow open the ground here. I don't know if I mentioned it, by the way, but there is the ability to repair your mechs. So, like, you'll see it here eventually. Repairing puts out fire and heals 1, but it ends your turn. This seems a little bit bad. Oh, no, it doesn't. Right, you just come over here, blast them. Yeah, that's fine. Because you can go... Oh, no, hold on. You see, this is where you use your reset. If I had planned this turn out a little better, it would be fine. But I did not do so. You want to do this damage first, so that the pushback doesn't happen, because pushing enemies into each other... or pushing enemies into you does damage to you like that. So you do that attack first so that the push doesn't happen. Even if they die, it does the damage. You come over here, you're going to drop to 1. And I'm not that worried about that, because we can just cancel this guy's attack for what it's worth. But in creating these holes in the ground... Oh, no. Oh, please attack a city. Oh, he's a hero. Okay, alright, it's fine. If this guy attacked my mech here, I think he would have just died. I think this guy would have been 100% killed. Now, I think this is a position where we're going to end up just sacking this area, because I left my pitcher mech here out in the middle of absolutely nowhere, and she has nothing she can really do here. You're gonna kill the artillery by, you're gonna turn the leaper around. I could spend some time looking at this, but I gotta be honest with you, I don't think there's a world. Because I can do 1, Hang on. You see, and this is the thing, right? Look at this turn and tell me you think there's a way out of this. I know if you're newer to the game, it's harder to suss out, but look at this. I think there is an answer here. Oh, it gets stopped by the mountain. Never mind. If this attack went through the mountain, you could laser beam here, turn this. Oh no, I would still get hit by the I get hit by the artillery, but never mind. Wait. If I could push this guy, maybe? Because what you could do, maybe... Oh, she doesn't have the movement. Okay, I think that final answer here is I'm just going to accept that this one... this one doesn't work. You can kill these two. Oh wait, no, what the hell? Never mind. No, it's fine. It's the same, right? I can't stop this damage. I didn't think about that though. There probably was a way to stop that damage. It just depends on how much time you want to spend on the turn. 200 casualties, 07. Hope my family on the archive was watching. Watching what? Those people die? Safely disengage the factories and from the power grid, they will no longer pose a threat. Huge. I guess I will end this at the end of the island, or when I lose. But surprisingly, I hyped up Unfair Mode quite a bit, and I don't know, it's looking like extremely doable. But again, I think it's just we high rolled like crazy, right? This weapon is insane. Block back spawning 3 times. I don't need power, so I'm down to just go... I'm down to go here, destroy the shield generator, and destroy 2 Vec egg sacs. So the way that this mission works is everything has a shield on it because of this shield generator, and when you break the shield generator, the shields go away. Does the Vec egg spawn? No, okay. So we'll kind of see what the enemies are going to do. There's a potential that this moth just breaks the shield generator for me, which would be cool. Yeah, he's a bitch. Okay. Honestly, not that bad. I mean, first things first, I would love to do this. But I have to pop their shields. I could maybe do... So I can basically ignore some of the attacks out of the enemies on the first round. I could do this, but I'm 1 damage off of what I would like here. What I would like is to crack the ground and then Prime Beam blow these guys away. I could also pop the shield generator. The problem with popping the shield generator is, well, the shields go away, and that's not good. I could do it like this. Yeah, this seems worth it. My buddy takes a little damage here, but that's okay. Because we now we just kill a lot here. We killed 3 enemies on this turn, where otherwise it looked like we would kill 0. Oh, the shields! If you take 0, and this is something that'll eventually make sense to me, I'm sure. But if the shield blocks the hit, then there is no pop. My mistake. The ground doesn't break. I actually think that that's like, it makes it a little worse, I feel. So what do I want to do in this case then? That's a great question. I think... So these 2 attackers don't matter other than the fact that I just want to kill them because they're going to become an issue. I think what I could do is I could pop the shield and then kill... I'd blow up the city though. Because it does do damage to the building. This is tough. I wonder if you go... The shield does still block it, okay. And that makes sense, that's how I would assume it would work as well. This turn is hard to see. I think I'm going to just... Like, there's a lot of options here. This is the sort of turn that you could spend a lot of time on. Later on, I get the way that I would describe this, I guess, is this is like the mid game in chess, where in the end game there's like for sure answers that you're gonna say, okay, like the end game is more of like a puzzle. The early game is like setting yourself up so that the puzzle is in your favor. That's how I would look at this. I want the enemies to hit the shield, basically. So what I want to do here, I'm pretty sure, is I want to spend my shields. Like I'm going to use the shields as a resource here in my mind. And what I want to do is I want to spend my shields to get a benefit. You go here, hit this. Okay, here's the play. I'm ready. You go here, shoot that guy's shield off. You go here, kill this enemy. You step here, throw this guy over the mountain to block the spawn. This will demolish the mountain, which is a little bit of a shame, but I don't know, it sets up some cracked ground for us to cut off the enemies a little bit. Uses the shield, blocks the spawn. Seems generally okay. Oh wait, it doesn't block a spawn, that's right, that guy moves. I would have had to have turned him around. Okay. So this is the turn where I want to look at breaking down the shield generator. And we may just sack this area, but... You could come over here and you could hit him with your laser beam. I don't know what the laser beam does. It does 3-2. But I'd be setting both of these enemies to 1. What about like this? 3-2-1. Yeah, and that also hits there. Don't like that. I can't move this. I think that this building is just a sacrifice, unless there might be something here. You have to move. No doubt about it, you have to move. I guess it doesn't have to be a sacrifice, now that I think about it. I could just throw this guy away. Eventually I need to pop the shield generator and start killing enemies, though. That's the thing. Is this cracked ground? No, it's... here is cracked ground. I can kill this guy by throwing him into the ground. Oh, you know what I could do here? I could turn this one around. Movement's 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I mean, I think what's gonna happen here... What's the attack order? You can hover this at any time to see the attack order. I think what's gonna happen here is this building just takes 1. I think that's the play. That's how it has to be. Step here, throw you into the pit. What the fuck is up, Denny's? And then... I don't know, I guess you could do something like this to create another hole. Alternatively, I could break the shield generator, but that doesn't seem good right now. Could also pop this guy. Here's what I want to do. I want to step here, and I want to do... Oh no, that's bad. Let's do this. Too bad he flies, huh? Oh, that breaks the shield generator. Wait, that's really good for me, actually. I wish I could say I had done that on purpose. I didn't think about it, though. I thought he was attacking the city. But that breaks the shield generator after my shields are used up. Sadly, we lost one, but that's okay. And there goes the shield generator. Now we take a turn to kill the egg sacs. We can do that very easily with the laser beam. And if the enemies continue to attack me, it's extremely good. It's very easy to stop this attack from being a problem. Because you just move. Like this is the crux of what's making this not so bad, by the way. We just walk away. A lot of times, and what's been happening is I get webbed like crazy and then I just get smoked. But here, that's not an issue. Kill here, crack the ground, walk over here, shoot your beam, kill this guy. And then next turn I just have to pop one more. Unfortunately, the moth moves. I can't arc it twice. Because I'd love to do, like... I'd love to be here and shoot like this, but... Oh, it has to turn when it hits something. Okay. So actually I have to be like this. So what I thought would not work. That kills there. And that stops that damage. Also hits this guy, I think. Yeah, I guess the secret to winning on unfair is probably understanding what you need to avoid in the spawns, right? Like which enemy fights can you not take? Also, no Scion until now is pretty nice. Damn, these guys are pretty fucked. It's actually fine. Shoot my move here. If I turn this enemy around, he is gonna blow up the building, unfortunately. Oh, I could just throw him. But yeah. Pick this guy up, casually toss him in the pit. Yeah. But the problem with this is, of course, I want to break the egg for my star. You could do it. And then can I stop these two here? Let me see. You could break it. And you could pop over here and shoot a laser beam through him, and then, yeah, this is that. Oh, wait, but then I'd still get hit by this guy, right? It's an economy problem here. I guess what I could do is I could have this guy break the egg for me, right? I don't have enough actions to stop this. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do is get more actions. And now we just clean up for extra XP, pretty much. There you go. End turn, and that's a W. Perfect W as well. So we'll do the boss fight, and then I will wrap up this video. I am unbelievably surprised. I got extremely lucky on unfair mode, I will be honest with you. In the Cataclysm, I've driven back the Vec. Hell yeah. This guy got an upgrade as well, so when they reach their level, they get a skill. This guy got Masochist, +2 move while not full health. I think that's pretty good actually on the drill mech, if he's the drill mech pilot. Yeah, that's pretty good on the drill mech. Okay, and then when there's 3 left, you finish 4, 3 get lost, and then you go fight the leader, which was shown on the panel at the start, and you get to see the mission is kill the leader, protect corporate HQ. Mosquito leader. This is my favorite enemy. He smokes and webs the opponent, and if he attacks, his damage is kill. That's right, he just kills you. So here's the goal. I'm going to put Camilla in front of him because Camilla is immune to both smoke and web, and we are going to pray that he attacks her. And we're going to hide everyone else behind. What's his movement like? Oh, you could get over here. So what I want to do is I want to position myself where his only attack options are a city or Camilla. Pardon me, it is pouring rain out right now, so if you heard that thunder, I apologize. Please attack Camilla. I'm gonna make some history. Yeah, and like, playing around your character strengths seems like a pretty big part of the game as well. Like, playing around, hey, Camilla just does not die to this, and is okay here, seems really good. She's immune to the smoke effect as well. And then I can just come over here and obliterate Exodia. But I could also just do, like, I could kill the boss on turn 1. That's what you have to think about here. I'd be sacking 2 power because I think I couldn't kill the boss. What can you get to? I could push this guy. The boss is flying, so there's nothing for throwing him into the ice. You do 2, but you can't get over to where the enemies are problematic. Unless I go like... I think I'm sacking this town and taking the 2. However, I could also, like, I can do this another day. But I do, if I move over here, I have to move this guy out of range, I feel. I could do something like this. What are you doing? Wait. What's he attacking? This guy attacking this square? Because he's pushing himself back into it, right? No, this is this guy pushing back into it. Never mind. You're attacking here. Like this? Or no. I guess it would have to be... But you can't do it here. And that also blows up the city, so that seems bad. We could do some movement shenanigans here, right? We could push these guys back one. Kill this, and then that would be... So it's probably something like this is best. I'll reset turn if this isn't ideal. It's probably something like this is my best move here. And then probably don't walk my science robot in there to die. Avoid damage, kill. Now, think about what this enemy is going to do. Think about what he can attack. I think that the best play here is to... basically, no matter what, if he attacks one of my robots, I can push him away or flip his attack and cancel the attack. So, where do you go? What do I do with this? It's a great question. I think, man, that lightning is like, or sorry, the thunder is extremely loud. I apologize. I heard it. I saw it on the OBS as well. I think somewhere like this. I'm not gonna take an action. He's just gonna end his turn. Kill. God, I love damage kill. Building a countless machine lives in storage. Damn, bro, that sucks. This is our turn, by the way. This is the turn where we get to go off. Hypothesize. I can kill this guy. I can throw him here and then get my turn back as well. You come over here, stop this hit. Throw this guy here, move over to here, kill this. Throw him here, step over here, push away, walk over here, crack the ground. I wonder also if I could just sack this. I can buy grid defense back. Sorry, there you go. This could be the play. I think it's risky, it's very scary, but it kills this thing. It sets one of my characters to 1, but I think it's this. Because that kills him. And then you can not save the village, sadly. But that's okay. I don't care about the spider spawning. I'm gonna come kill this. Sadly, we lose another hit on the grid, but I think it's worth it. And basically, again, trading grid HP for reputation now. And again, there's times... so on the lower difficulties, I want to say, if you're still with me, by the way, thanks for watching all the way through, what the hell. But second of all, on the lower difficulties, the game becomes a lot easier to save everything if you put a little more effort into thinking about it. It's just extremely hard here because the difficulty is very high. Normally you would not be fighting this many alphas on base level gear, right? That's the thing. Also, I have to, part of the reason too is I have to expedite in case my power goes out. I want to get the video uploaded before I lose power because of the storm. So, quick analysis of this turn. I want to stop taking damage on my, on the grid now. Also have to stop the spider from killing Corporate Tower. This seems real bad. I could go kill Corporate Tower. The laser beam weapon seems to struggle in positions like this, where it's like, oh, I'd have to blow up the city. I don't want to do that. I could step over here and turn this guy around. What's the turn order? Ah, you know what? That's really good. This kills him, right? Because, watch this. No, wait, no. It's going to cancel his attack, actually. Yeah, because he can't shoot off the map. Otherwise, he would push himself into here and die to the bouncer. Okay. So you could come over... You go here. And then you're here. Well, I guess I don't have to kill this enemy. And kill here. Yeah, so it's like this, right? You kill here, you shoot here. Like this. It also blows up the ground there, so I have one less enemy spawn. Oh, and does this guy just send himself? I think that guy sends himself as well. The blowing up the ground game plan is starting to look better and better. I mean, I had a lot of trouble with this team because the enemies I was fighting all were flying. Having the only flying enemy be this moth seems extremely survivable. And yeah, we're gonna end up just winning. Incredible. Laser beam. It's done and dusted here for sure. All I have to do is not fuck around and find out. I guess other things that you've probably noticed by now is your mech's full heal at the end of every combat, so you don't have to worry too much about things like that. Also, things like fire tiles, you have to end your turn on it. We actually flawless victory the boss fight. That's insane. I 100% chalk it up to this weapon. This laser beam weapon changes the game. Absolutely. Well, I'm over the moon about how well this went, I gotta tell you. Here I was hyping up Unfair to be a brutal hellscape, but at the end of the island, you get to spend all the reputation you earned on this island. There's always 2 weapons, and you can always buy grid power for 1 and a reactor core for 3. All mechs gain +1 HP for 2, +1 power, huh? But killed enemies explode, victims of splash damage also explode on death. Wait, that looks so cool. But it does damage to the mech that shoots it. But what the hell, that looks sick. You can also donate your pilot, so if you want to, if you get a new pilot from the time capsule, you can just send one and you can sell your equipment as well for reputation. Me personally, I would just buy 2 reactor cores here. So that's what I'll do. Ally immune +2 damage. Not much I can do with it here. Fire rocket +1. Actually, it's fine. I don't think you can undo. Oh, you can undo. Look at that. So never mind, you can. You need reactor cores to do anything here. Is this free? Hold on. Wow, that is just free, huh? Test Mac, please. I would like to test Mac. My feeling is that this is not going to be as good as I would like it to be. Because the enemies are all higher HP, right? Yeah. But still, it's exciting. It's kind of fun. I could buy like this then. That seems good. I'll do that. But anyway, yeah. This video was longer than I expected it to be. I thought I was going to just like die fast and unfair and then zoom through a hard. Because I can clear a hard island in like 20 minutes at this point after playing on unfair. But nevertheless, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave me a like. If you guys are interested in this and you think it's fun, I could definitely see myself starting up a campaign for the YouTube. I'd have to resurrect Gordian Quest as well, but I'm having a good time with this. So I'm a little tight on time, so it's hard to make any promises right now. But we'll see. Let's see how you feel. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye.